Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on the Poland Game channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how Minecraft can fix the mob vote. Alright, so, obviously, for starters, Minecraft is never gonna get rid of the mob vote. I mean, that is just something, I feel like that's just obvious. All the mob vote really needs to, or all Minecraft really wants the mob vote for, yeah, sure, it allows a little bit of community feedback, right? But it brings publicity to Minecraft Live, which promotes their next major update, which is always a good thing, you know, brings hype to the next update. So Mojang's not getting rid of the mob vote, but how can they fix it? So a big problem with the mob vote currently is none of the mobs feel fleshed out, and when there is a fleshed out mob, it usually always wins. I say usually because the Iceologer should have won, but, you know, things happen in the glow squid one, right? But, you know, for the Sniffer, for example, the Sniffer was the only fleshed out mob. We knew how you were gonna get it, we knew what it was going to do, and we were told it would give us, you know, more flowers, which is really cool, right? And even though, you know, the torch flower doesn't glow, it's still really cool to have in the game. I mean, sure, they may not look the best, but they're still new flowers, right? And what would the Rascal have given us? Enchanted iron picks. What would the tough golem have done? It would have held our crap for us. Yeah, yeah. I think the Sniffer won for a good reason, right? And even still, all they had to do to make the Rascal have won is just say, the Rascal would give you an enchanted iron pick, but it has new enchants on it that would benefit the player in ways that previously the player wouldn't have been able to do, right? That's all they would have had to said, and the Rascal would have won, most likely, just right then and there, right? And for the Tough Golem, the Tough Golem's a little bit harder to let it win, but maybe you could say the Tough Golem, you find it in the ruins, right? New structures, which, actually, all they would have had to said is the Tough Golem is found in a new structure. All they had to say. Because that would make people be like, yo, what's this new structure? And the new structure was just the trail ruin, which they already had planned on adding, you know, so they could have just pulled a little trick like that, right? Which kind of worked for the, you know, the Sniffer, because they were most likely originally going to add archaeology into this update, so they didn't want to tell us, you know, so. The Sniffer, the Rascal, and the Tough Golem all could have won, in my opinion. It's just the Sniffer had the most interesting stuff about it. But how do you make mobs interesting to the player besides giving away, or without giving away information to, you know, about the next update, right? Here's the big thing. Let the player come up with the mob. Now, I know at first, this may seem a little counterintuitive. Like, how are you gonna make a mob interesting and let the player come up with it? I mean, the community come up with it, because the community is gonna know exactly what that mob does, but, you know, because they created it. Right, how's that gonna add a level of, like, uniqueness or whatnot? And what it will do is, yeah, sure, we may know what it adds, but that's just gonna make it to where, because we know what, you know, what that mob adds, we would know why we should vote for it, right? This is something that I think Ark does really well, because Ark lets the community come with what dinosaurs they want added. By first, they hold two things. They hold a creature submission, And then about a week later, they hold a creature vote, which that's all freaking Minecraft would have to do. First, hold a creature or a mob submission, and then a week later, during Minecraft Live, hold a mob vote. And they could still have 3 mobs, because Mojang would be the people choosing which of the 3, or which out of the submitted they would want to add the most, like which fits the theme of the update the best, or what not. Now that's just my opinion. I feel like it makes a lot of sense, but honestly, will Mojang ever do this? Most likely not, because I don't feel like Mojang is that type of, you know, I don't feel like Mojang trusts its community enough, sadly, to let them come up with the next mob, right? But hey, that's just my opinion. Hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe. And goodbye. Love you. Mwah.